In Old Testament stories, Benjamites regard themselves very different, more divine than others. Mary Magdalene is from Benjamites, Mary of Bethany is from Benjamites, apostles mostly Benjamites, 1st King Saul Benjamite. Why are Benjamites very special? Benjamin, Jacob's second son by Rachel, and 12th son in total, has an angelic origin, in deeper levels of story. While the conception of each of Jacob's other children is specifically described in Genesis, Benjamin's conception is not. Jacob received a number of visitations from watchers in the months preceding Benjamin's birth. On one night in particular, at a time which should have coincided with Benjamin's conception, Jacob made all of his wives and children sleep on the other side of the river while he famously wrestled with one of the angels, leaving Rachel alone and vulnerable to divine rape. After this wrestle in scripture he is wounded, so this is the wounded fisher king, in King Arthur lore, who is barren. This also implies Benjamin is not from Jacob. Nephilim, Raphaim child. When Rachel gave birth to Benjamin, the birth was so troublesome that she named him Benoni, son of my sorrow, just before she died of her pains. In Nephilim lore, carriers of Nephilim children experience big pain or die while giving birth to a giant. Benjamin was only renamed afterwards by his father Jacob. Still, Benjamin is similar to Bene Ha Elohim, the word translated as sons of God in Genesis. Benjamin also named his first son Rapha, similar to Raphaim, the Hebrew word for the human Nephilim hybrid race. Since kingship is kinship, this explains why the first king is Benjamite Saul. Benjamite King Saul was a head taller than all other Israelite men, and so beautiful that all women found him irresistible. While people adore Nephilims, want to marry them, Yahweh hates them. He floods the earth to rid it of the Raphaim. Yahweh destroys Sodom and Gomorrah, the inhabitants of whom appear to be Nephilim descendants. So for having a sacred blood, you have to have an angelic blood. Benjamin is the only son born after the name change from Jacob to Israel. In metaphysics world, name change is not a simple change, it is a new life, new path, it is being exalted into a higher place. So Benjamin's lineage regards themselves as the highest royalty. Left hand? The Hebrew Bible mentions left-handed people on 3 occasions: the story of Ehud's assassination of the Moabite king, Judges, the 700 Benjamites who could use the sling with deadly accuracy, Judges, and the 24 ambidextrous warriors who came to support David in Hebron, 1 Chronicles. All of these stories of left-handed people in the Bible appear in military contexts, and all involve members of the tribe of Benjamin. Mary Magdalena. The epithet Magdalene was meant to be an allusion to the Magdalena found in Micah, the promise of the restoration of Zion following her exile, not town in Galilee. It is a reference to these lines in Micah, to the watchtower or stronghold of the daughter of Zion who was forced into political exile. But this exile is the lost kingship of Benjamites, Saul, real Nephilim blood. Jesus had a secret dynastic marriage with Mary of Bethany Magdalene, and that she was a daughter of the tribe of Benjamin, whose ancestral heritage was the land surrounding the holy city of David, the city of Jerusalem. From Benjamites to Judah. Israel's first anointed king Saul was of the tribe of Benjamin, and his daughter Michal was the wife of King David. Throughout the history of the tribes of Israel, the tribes of Judah and Benjamin were the closest and most loyal of allies. Their destinies were intertwined. I suspect because Michal and her children from David, although some sources say she does not have any, were the legal passage of kingship to David. Since Benjamites were already Nephilim blooded, they married with Phoenician, Canaanite women. So they have higher angelic, Nordic, Atlantic blood. This made other tribes more angry. Even at the massacre of Benjamites, their women were separated, since they were so special. Even today, for having the King of Jerusalem title, a European dynasty must come from Benjamites, not from David. Currently the King of Spain holds this title.